Hi, this is Kari from Tone Wars. We're going to go live in just a few minutes, but before we do, I just wanted to take a few seconds to say a few things. Jared and I really appreciate when you guys tune in and interact with us when we go live. We work very hard to make sure that our live streams and our produced videos are educational and entertaining for everyone. Believe it or not, there's a lot of work that goes into our live streams and our produced videos. So if you like what you're experiencing here, here's a couple ways you can help us out. The Super Chat feature is turned on and any amount will be appreciated. Jared is also available for private consultation for a nominal fee. You can contact Jared through two of the links below. One is through our Tone Wars Facebook page and the other is through email. So thank you so much for your support. The live stream's about ready to start, so go pour yourself your favorite glass of whiskey or other libation and we'll be right with you. Cheers!
Welcome to Tone Wars. Hello, everybody. We are live. Cheers, Kari.
Cheers! I'm still with the 20-second lag, so I'm into the intro right now.
Oh, yeah.
I hear, welcome to Tone Wars. But I do have my favorite libation. I'm just going to wait. I have all this music in my ear right now.
Oh, that's weird. You shouldn't.
There it is.
You shouldn't have that in your ear. You should be hearing me.
I wonder why I'm hearing... Okay. So I'm hearing my phone. Let me see.
Turn your phone down.
Oh, I know what it is. I'm hearing you in my in-ears live because we're connected on Google.
Yeah. You should not be hearing the stream.
Maybe I can just mute the... Maybe I could mute the laptop? Because I have to have you... I'm kidding. My phone's down. My phone is muted. Sorry about the technical difficulties, guys.
Yeah, we've been dealing with this for 2 days trying to get this set up, so I apologize for the technical difficulties. This is the first time we've streamed like this and did the remote thing, so I don't know why.
Okay.
You should not be hearing the stream. You should just be hearing me. That's it.
So what I did was I muted YouTube on my laptop. And now I'm just getting you live,
Thank God.
But I'm seeing things in a lag. So I'm not hearing myself on the laptop. I got it.
Yeah, you should hear me in real time.
Okay, I'm hearing you in real time now.
Okay, thank God. I was like, oh,
I'm so sorry, everybody. So first time for everything.
Yeah, it's the first time we've ever done this, so this has been really I want to thank Jamie Trevino and Aaron Short for helping me out with some of the technical things on this, because man, this has been setting this up has been an absolute just disaster. I've never worked so hard in my life to set something up and still only get like, you can't see me right now. I can see you, but you can't see me.
I can see you on YouTube on the laptop, but I can't see you.
Yeah, so it's really weird. So anyways, well, hello everybody. Just wanted to say hi. I wanted to, this is why I worked so hard to bring Kari back, because I know you guys all missed her, and I do too, to be honest with you. I miss having you here. So
I miss being there.
Yeah.
Although I am in my sweats with like no shoes on, I'm super comfortable right now because you can only see my head.
You didn't have to get dressed up today. Yeah, I'm all dressed up. I got a t-shirt on and some lounge pants or workout pants. So yeah, I'm still in stay home and stay comfortable mode, you know. So it's been really interesting. So
stay comfortable and safe mode.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's pretty much it, you know. So tonight, why don't you go over what we're going to cover tonight and all that happy stuff.
Absolutely. Well, we wanted to say hi to everybody, and let's go through some names that I see. I see Jason Taylor.
What's up?
Sean Casey, Bulldozer Guitar from Sydney. Guys? We got Paul Smith.
Hey,
Solar
Paul.
Guitar Studios is here.
Hey, Solar, what's happening?
Ben Burnett.
What's up,
Hey,
Ben?
Ben, how are you?
Hopefully you're staying safe there.
Jim Steven.
Hey, what's
We're
up,
going to end
Jim?
up talking over top of each other.
Well, it's all right. Keep going.
We got Ed Hinchy.
Yeah.
Happy Easter, Ed. Did I already say Jason Taylor? Then we've got Lenaid and Robbie Tins.
Oh, awesome. Hey, what's up, guys? Thanks so much for joining us. We really appreciate it. It'll grow as the night goes here.
Right.
We're going to cover all kinds of stuff. So go ahead and, go ahead. And again, guys, if
After...
this feels weird, it's just because we've never done this before. Go ahead.
It does feel a little weird. I just need to not talk until you stop talking. So after we get this all down, then we were going to go. Jared had asked you guys this week, since the stores are closed and he's not getting new equipment and new gear and stuff in to review, he said, what's with the hands? Was I doing something?
No, just keep going.
You were like,
I'm playing with my pick. I'm just playing with my
Stop
pick.
distracting me, man. So he'd asked you guys for some topics, and we're going to cover some of the things that you guys wanted Jared to go over, maybe some old stuff, maybe some just different spins on it, things like that. So we're just going to go over those kind of viewer comments. And again, gosh, it's just so good to be back and seeing all of you and the comments. Keep your comments coming and all of that. Yeah, rock on. I saw that.
It's good to have you back, to be honest with you. I feel like half of me has been missing for the last few weeks, so,
Same, I know. It's been difficult. You guys don't even understand. Like, we talk every day. We see each other multiple times a week, and it's definitely been difficult.
Yes, to say the least. Yeah, so, and then, so what else we're going to do tonight is I want to do a quick little gear thing, as I usually do on Sunday nights, so I'm going to do a thing where I have two of my profiles, and I've been thinking about this because I've been making a lot of profiles lately, and one of the missing links in all of my profiles is my favorite overdrive pedals, my precision drive, so I've been using the Green Scream, which is Kemper's overdrive pedal. So I've been using that in the profiles that I make, and I'm like, I wonder how much different they would sound. Like, I think they sound great, with the Green Scream. But I was like, well, I wonder if there would be like that mojo that I get with my amp, if it would be even closer to my amp if I use the overdrive that I use with my amp in the Kemper profile of my amp, if that makes sense. And I wanted to show you guys the difference and talk about it. So I have my Kraken profile and my PRS MT15 profile, and I set it up so that there's a rhythm and a lead channel on each version of that amp that has with and without my overdrive, and the ones without are obviously with the Green Scream. And I'm going to play a couple mixes for you. I'll play them by themselves and just talk about the differences there and see if it's even worth it to consider using an exterior overdrive pedal, because again, if you profile your rig, and you want it to sound exactly like your rig, and I mean exactly, you might want to consider getting your overdrive pedal that you use in your real rig and put it in your Kemper too, because as we all know, you can switch overdrive pedals even in your own, real amp and stuff, and the difference is pretty noticeable. So, yeah, so we'll talk about that too.
I'm drinking Cabernet tonight. I don't know what do you have? Do you have anything wonderful?
I got Bullet,
Bullet.
Good old Bullet, man. This is my first sip of whiskey in 3 or 4 weeks now.
I don't blame you, man. Give yourself some time to heal before you start putting the bad stuff in.
I know. I had to wait a bit. This is my first time, and I was even telling you earlier when I took a sip, I'm like, wow, it has been a while, because, I got to get used to it again. Plus, I ate something that doesn't go really well with whiskey before I had this. So.
What'd you have? The soup? You've been eating soup forever.
Yeah, I'll be eating some more soup later, but I had one of these Lara Bar thingies.
Oh,
it does not go with whiskey. So,
As I say, I have some Easter candy here. Little sea salt and chocolate caramel. Mm.
good
I'm
Lord.
raiding my kids' Easter baskets.
Oh, nice. Robbie Tim says I'm wearing sleeves. Yeah, dude, my arms shrunk, so there's no reason to be showing them off anymore. These sleeves are loose on me too. Like I lost about an inch on my arms. It's bad. When I got sick, I lost all kinds of. I lost all the good stuff and some of the bad stuff, but mainly good stuff I lost. I'm like not happy about it at all. So
Oh, it'll come back quickly. Don't
it
you worry.
it better, man, because I am not happy about it at all.
Paul's,
Just call me Twiggles. I got twig arms now.
Paul asked, have you tried doing a profile with your precision drive?
Oh, baked in? No. Good question, Paul. The thing is, I could probably do it for me, but I would definitely not do those profiles and sell them because I'm not a big fan of baked in profiles because basically what you're having is someone else setting up your overdrive. Not only are they setting up the overdrive that you like, but a lot of times with baked in profiles, they're putting an overdrive in that you've never played before and they're setting it up the way they like it. So it's like, but I mean, I could probably try baking it in one of these days and seeing how it works. I got no problem with that.
Have you made it past the pink weights yet? Jason wants to know.
Oh, good question. Yes. Yesterday, yesterday was my first official chest routine that I did, and I was about probably like 80% of what I usually do. And felt really good. I'm sore today too. I'm pretty darn sore. So
I was going to ask, are you sore? Because you're usually not sore.
yeah, I'm really sore. So yeah, it's been a bit. I'm probably gonna do a full blown arm routine today. Even though I'm having a sip of whiskey
Today,
tonight.
it's like
Whatever.
quarter after 7.
Well, hey, we're all on furlough, so it's like day, night, Monday, Thursday, whatever. Every day is different. Or every day's the same, I should say. So yeah, so that's pretty much it. So I'll see. I mean, I'll probably be back up to the normal weights in about a week or two, and then
Right.
I just want to look like I'm lifting those again as well. That's the problem. It's like the old adage with working
Nobody's going
out.
to really see you, though, for like another month. So
Yeah, yeah, that's true. I'm still in
you got
hibernation.
a month to get your gains back.
Yeah, even my cats are making fun of me. They're like,
Oh.
"What's up, skinny?" Yeah. Yeah.
I keep forgetting that my camera is active. I keep feeling like I'm talking to you on the phone. I'm like looking off in the space.
I know this is a new one because the number one thing is you can't see me, so it doesn't feel like you're on a video chat. You're just looking into a
Right.
camera, and you're being a trooper about it too because I don't know how you're doing it because I'm like looking at a monitor where I can see us both right now, which is a constant
Yeah.
reminder that we're actually, talking on
Does
camera.
it seem natural? Does it feel,
Yeah, it's
because
fine.
I am hearing you live, so I'm just,
Yeah. Yep.
it
No,
does
you're
feel
fine.
good.
Just don't pick your nose or anything because that would be
Right.
a
Linnade asked, did you try the Helix with the real overdrive? I've been doing a lot of tests lately, and I feel it comes much more alive when using an external drive.
You're 100% right, and yes, I have. When I used to play Helix, it was like 3 years ago. I used to play the Helix like all by itself. It was like an all-in-one kind of thing. I used the precision drive in there, and I could never find an overdrive pedal in the Helix that could match the aggression that I got out of the precision drive. So yeah, you're right. You're 100% right.
Cool.
So I'm gonna say 10-4 over and out after everything I say, so you don't have to wait for me to stop.
That's
I feel like we're on
okay.
walkie-talkies right now. Out.
Right. Do you want me to pull up the ideas from the viewer comments, or do you
Yeah,
want to do
yeah. I
something
wanna
else?
I wanna thank everybody. Yeah, we got 27 in here now. Thanks, guys. Really appreciate it.
You're
Let's
going to have
read.
to pretend to be sick, so 60 of them can come
Oh,
back.
oh no, I don't ever want to go down that road again. That was awful, man. Oh
Come on,
gosh.
take one for the team. We need those viewers.
Yeah. I think it's your turn, isn't it? Your turn to get sick?
Hey, hey, hey.
No, I wouldn't wish this on anybody, man. That was 10 days of just, yeah. I like I said, I still can't remember
Yeah.
it. It was awful, but yeah. Anyways, yeah, I want to thank everybody for responding to the question that I posted in the community section. Got a lot of really good ideas, and I really appreciate that very much. So I'm hoping to get on some of that stuff soon. I mean, we go live twice a week, so it'll take a while to sift through them all and do them, but we definitely plan on doing them. So we're going to talk about them now. Kari's going to read them, and then we'll go ahead and discuss them, you know. Got
All right.
itchy eye here.
So let's see. Don't you put that evil on me, Ricky Bobby from Brett Murphy. I love it. Thank you.
I don't know what to do with my hands.
All right. So the first topic well, it's not the first one because I have it newest comments first.
Okay.
Hold on. Let me redo this newest first. There we go. It was from the Chicago Ted. I wonder if the Chicago Ted is one of our 24 people watching now.
He might
Let's see. I'll just mention it again. The Kemper through the blue guitar iridium amp effects in Jack.
Yes, I definitely want to try that. So I want to do, I could do the Kemper through the blue amp to the real cab and use the blue amp power section and see what that's like. And I'll probably be doing that very soon. That's a great suggestion, because why not shoot out power sections? You know, and see if there really is a difference. You know, I've never done it. Why not? Yeah, I've never done it yet. So, I mean, it only makes sense to do it. And see, I got, while we're on that topic, let me just say this real quick. Paul Smith is in here, and I want to thank Paul Smith in advance for dropping off. He's going to be dropping off the Kemper cab, I believe tomorrow, along with a solid state power section that I'm going to use it through. So what I'm going to do is most likely Wednesday go live with the Kemper cab and the power section that he's dropping off. But not only am I going to do that, but I'm also going to see how the tube amp power section affects the power cab, or the power cab, the Kemper cab, and see how, see if there's really a difference between the two. So we're gonna have some fun with that Wednesday night and see how that goes.
All right.
Yep. Yeah.
Lots of fun for you guys.
Yeah.
All right. The next one is from Axe Japan. He says, "I'd love to see some demos." Is this the long one? No. "I'd love to see some demos of the Synergy Syn 1 or 2 used with different amplifiers to see the difference in sound using the different power amps. Mainly the difference between valve and solid state. Think that would be really interesting, as no one on YouTube has done it."
Yes, that also very good suggestion. And when I get Paul's power section here, I will do that as well with my Synergy rig. So I'll run it through the Syn 5050 all tube power amp, and then and then the solid state one, and I'll A/B those and see how much it changes. Because one of the things that people, especially people with modelers, are always looking for is a good power section so that they can use a regular cab with it. And one of the myths is does it matter if it's solid state or tube? Well, we're going to find out very soon if it does matter, and if it does, and how much it matters. So we're going to see.
Ed Hinchy wants you to throw the Syn 50 into that mix too.
Oh yeah, for sure. I'll have the Syn 5050 in that mix for sure. Yep, there's going to be the Syn 5050 against a blue amp iridium power section along with a solid state power section. So it'll be a three-way shootout with one cab. So we'll see.
All right, here's the long one. Fasten your seatbelt.
All right.
This Cool Cats, I guess this is from Cool Cats. It's his suggestion. "Don't know if you still have them, but Helix Plus L2T versus Helix Plus PC2 12 Plus. Currently running the Helix through an L2T and L2M in stereo at home and have been gassing for a power cab 212 plus lately. Plus, plus, plus. Basically, the stage source was the old king to run Helix through, FR wise anyway, and the PC212 seems to be the new king. That many recommended, but no one has done a direct comparison of the two. Seems like many people haven't gone the stage source route due to the price because they can swing $1,500 plus for a guitar modeler, but want to run them through cheap altos for some reason.
Yeah.
Though the people that have them typically tend to love them, whereas the popular power cab seems to get mixed reviews. Some people love them and some hate them. The power cab isn't exactly cheap, but man, seems cool. Since both the Power Cab 212 and the stage source can be used with Helix through L6 Link and are considered standards in the L6HX ecosystem nowadays, would be nice to see a proper comparison. I get an award.
Yay! You read it all.
Thank you.
Yeah. So, so basically, plus. So basically, what we're gonna do is I still have the Line 6 speakers here from the L3Ms or LM3s or whatever. I could do a shootout with those and the Power Cab 212. I don't have a problem with that. I have a feeling that the Power Cab is going to sound better. It's a wood enclosure. You know, it's made for guitar. It's not made for a PA, so it's a little more guitar oriented. So I have a feeling it'll sound better. One thing I will say is the Line 6 PA speakers are pretty darn good for a PA speaker. I mean, we used them before many times, and they actually sounded really good. But if you use them in guitar mode as opposed to full range flat response mode, they don't sound good for guitar. It just sounds really weird. It sounds kind of dark. It kind of sounds like when you run your modeler or profiler to a real power section in cab and forget to turn the cab sim off. That's what it sounds like. It's got that weird dark kind of thing going on, and it's just kind of annoying. But in full range mode, it sounds pretty good, you know.
Cool. You ready for the next one?
Yes, I am.
All right, from Juan Feltez.
Hey,
I
Juan.
like saying his name.
I know. It's got an awesome name.
Helix, especially Helix with the Tremonti. I just picked up a Tremonti based mostly on your recommendation.
Woo!
Cool.
Yeah, I mean, I could do a 4-cable method with that. I think I did a while back. I did do a 4-cable method episode, but I'm always down for doing more of those because I think that they're important episodes to do, and maybe I can do something a little more elaborate this time, a little more in-depth. So, great suggestion. I'd be happy to revisit that. Not a problem.
Mule Blues says the Friedman blows them away. I'm assuming he was talking about what we were talking about previously.
Oh, it does. It does. I mean, I put the Friedman up against the Line 6 PA speakers, and it's not even a contest. I mean, and no disrespect to Line 6, but those speakers weren't really made for guitar. They're made for a PA, so it's kind of like the altos and the head rushes and stuff. It's like they're not made for guitar. They're made for a PA. So, and going back to his comment, you know, when he said it's funny how people will spend $1,500 on a modeler, and then they'll spend $200 on a speaker to run it through, and it's like, why would you do that? Like, I mean, it's like buying a new Corvette and going to like Discount Tire and seeing what they got in the used bin and putting those on it. Like, why would you do that? You know what I mean? You got these big baloney tires on your car, and you're like, why does it look, you know, why does it look weird and drive funny? Well, yeah, tires are important. So are speaker cabinets.
Just like shoes.
That's it. I'm pointing like you see me. No, that's a good point. I mean, I'm sure you got some analogies. Like if you wear a dress with tennis shoes, right? It's like, why did you do that?
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Just like shoes.
Yeah. Yeah, you can't wear the wrong shoes with the right outfit, if that makes sense, right?
Yes.
And you should know.
Linnaid, I'm assuming this is in regards to a past statement too. Linnaid says, the Iridium sounds awesome for rhythm stuff, but it lacks the fluidity for leads. If they had a more saturated channel, it would be perfect.
You know what? That's something I noticed, and I agree. The Iridium has a bit of a coldness to it for leads. There's a touch of coldness there, and if I was in the beta tester group,
the beta tester.
If I was on the if I was on the beta testing team, I would have said that. I would have said that to Thomas. And all due respect to Thomas, great guy, genius, awesome player. But I would have been like, I don't know, man. As soon as I start playing the leads, it gets a little cold on me. So
Yeah.
I found some ways to kind of improve that. Maybe I could go over that too on an episode, because the way I have it hooked up to my Helix now, 4-cable method, and the different little tricks I did with things in there, it definitely helped it out a little bit.
All right. Dust Devil just commented, I'm waiting for the Celestion Kemper cone cabinet 200 watt DSP 200 watt and the Celestion F12 X200 12-inch 200 watt FR speaker comparison. That's a mouthful.
You're getting good at reading all this crazy stuff, aren't you?
I know. I don't even know what I'm saying half the time.
I know. The Canute valve with the flux
That must
capacitor.
have taken him like 10 minutes to type all that out, too.
Yeah, probably. Well, you should read
perfect.
those. Yeah, if you want Kari to read your comment, just type a really long one with lots of big words, and she'll be like, well, that sounds pretty important. Maybe I should read that.
It must be an important one. Lots of numbers.
Guaranteed read. No, I can't wait for them, for Kemper to come out with the powered cab, because the one I'm getting from Paul tomorrow is the passive version of it. That's why I got to use different power sections with it. So, yeah, I wonder why they didn't do that. I really wonder why they didn't put out the powered cab along with the passive one, because to me, I think, there's at least just as many unpowered Kemper units out there as there are powered ones. So I think they just, maybe it's a, business decision or parts or, research and development thing, but it's like half your audience isn't getting what they need. So it's kind of strange.
Jason Taylor says, can you talk about 4-cable versus 2-cable method? 4-cable lets you put effects pre and post preamp, but I know a lot of people who simply like to go into just the return of an amp only. Thoughts?
Oh, yeah, I've never used it that way, but you're right. You can do it that way as well. It all depends on what your needs are, it really does. So I like 4-cable because I want to put stuff before and after the amp. To me, that makes sense. It just makes the most sense to be able to use my use the blocks like in the Helix for overdrives. Like I don't use the Helix overdrives, and that's another thing I want to say too. Like if you're using the Helix and 4-cable method with your amp, your real amp, and you're using digital overdrives to push it with, I'm telling you, you're really missing out. I mean, it's the analog overdrive pedals that really do the trick as opposed to the digital ones. They just don't push. It's hard to push circuits and tubes with algorithms. You know what I mean? You probably don't, but if we're talking about shoes, you're like, what's an algorithm? No, so
I know what an algorithm is. Don't you be mean.
Oh, regale us.
You stop. Hi, Aaron Short.
Hey, what's up, Aaron?
Happy Easter, man. Thanks for chiming in.
Greetings, Aaron.
Did you learn the song yet? Did you learn it yet?
Did I learn what?
I was talking to Aaron. He, on his channel, he was taking requests, and I keep requesting a song, and he's like, I don't know that one.
Oh, he's lazy. He probably hasn't learned it yet.
Yeah.
He's too busy live streaming every day with special guests and stuff. Yeah, he doesn't have time.
You missed us thanking you in the beginning too, Aaron. Thanks for working with Jared over the last day or so, trying to get what we're doing now up and running. I appreciate the time you spent with him. Thank you.
Thank you, because I really wanted to bring Kari back with for everyone, including myself. Selfishly, I want her here too. So,
he says he's working. Nice.
Oh, he is working on it?
I wanted him to play the 311, the love song. That's the title, Love Song.
Oh, nice.
By the band 311. I think they actually covered it. It's another band song, but I like their version.
Oh, okay.
Let's see. I gotta scroll back up again.
Well, I want to look. James Maxwell, I just want to read this real quick.
Yeah.
If you use the third pin from the number 4 tube, it will react to the potentiometer filament the same as it reacts to Variac. Oh, that's quite a nice revelation there, Watson.
I feel like that one was put in there especially for me.
Yeah, it was. Nice going, buddy.
Thanks for saving me on that.
All right, back to you,
Brett
Kari.
Murphy earlier had said, yes, I run my Helix through my QSC K12s, not only because they are great speakers, but I program all my sounds to them because that is the PA system I use live.
And that's very smart. That's very smart because that's always the exception with me. The biggest exception with me is I always tell people use a like a Friedman cab or a wooden enclosure at least or something like that if to dial in your guitar tones. But the exception is if you are always playing through the same PA, then you should absolutely dial in your guitar tone on that PA because why wouldn't you? That's the PA you're playing it through. So, Brett, that's exactly what you should do. 100, not that I'm the end all be all on that, but that's very smart. So, yeah, mad props. As you can hear my ice cube jingling around here.
Yum, yum. Is it empty? Are you almost empty?
Oh no, I'm just letting it water down because I'm taking my time with it tonight. Yeah, because I don't want it to go right to the brain, and next thing you know, you're running the show, and I'm taking a nap or something. I haven't drank in a month.
I'll have to have Aaron jump on and start playing.
Hello, this is Aaron Schultz. This is my channel.
Yeah, buddy.
Yes.
Hey, you mofo! Thank you for the super chat.
Hey, what's going on, buddy?
Much. He says thanks to both for streaming today.
Hey, it's our pleasure. Thanks for being here, man. I mean,
yeah.
This is for us. This is especially for Kari. Like I missed you guys dearly. I got to tell you, I missed the crap out of you guys when I was sick and couldn't stream. But she did too. She wasn't here either, and she had to, she couldn't do anything either. And like every time we talked, she's like, God, I want to do Tone Wars so bad, and that's why worked so hard on getting this to work because this might be the norm for the next couple Sunday nights, right? Because we're on lockdown.
At least through the end of this month, right? We're on strict lockdown here in Michigan.
Yep, can't even drive anywhere.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I'm like waiting for you to. Do I hear you talking?
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, we can't visit if you have a second residence. It says you can't go to your second residence. So a lot of people in Michigan have homes downstate, and then vacation homes upstate or up in the UP, and they're saying you can't travel between those, and you can't go visit family members. And not that we were, hanging out, but a lot of times I had gone and sat on Jared's porch the other day just to catch up, and I brought him groceries a couple of times when he was sick, and they're like, I just can't believe the restrictions that are being put on us right now. I definitely want everybody to stay safe and healthy and be smart, and I know there's people out there that aren't being smart, but
and maybe that's why the restrictions are up, because you know how it is. All it takes is a couple of people to ruin it for everybody, and I don't know. Yeah. It's like I don't know what I would do. It's like it's easy for everybody to make decisions from the cheap seats, but when the buck stops here, that's when everything you feel the weight of those decisions the most. So it's like I don't know who's right, who's wrong. All I know is it sucks. Because there's a lot of things I want to do and I can't do it. I might not be able to work for the next 3 weeks either. Yeah. I have to figure out whether or not what I do is essential, because I'm doing it for essential companies, but I don't know if what I do for them is. So it's, hopefully there's a loophole there, because this is costing me thousands of dollars, like big time. And it's, I'm feeling
I'm sure you're not the only one in that boat.
Nope, not at all.
Mule Blue says he's riffing on some live ready sounds. Mesa Baba profiles through the Friedman. They sound huge.
Oh, sweet. Yeah, those are good. Tim sent me some to check out, and they're actually really good. Yeah.
Cool. All right, let me get up the next. My phone went blank on me. Let me find the next suggestion for topics. Gotta go back to newest first, so I'm in the right order. I already did Juan Feltez. Let's see. Did I do Wayne Yan? I think he's next. Yuan, Y-U-A-N, Wayne. I really enjoy your Synergy versus Salvation audio module comparisons. How about Morgan AC versus Matchbox? Plexi versus Rode or Band?
I would love to do those. I just don't have those modules. But if there's anybody out there that has them, especially locally, obviously that would
Yeah.
probably be the easiest. I'd be happy to hook up with you and do a Wednesday night live with them and then bring them back to you. I got no problem with that. So yeah, it's a good suggestion because the Salvation stuff is legit. It's really good stuff, and
Yeah.
Antonin runs a great company and they make a lot of great stuff. So I would, and so far his stuff has stood up to, the Synergy stuff that it's supposed to sound like. And it's not just like, like, oh, it's close. It's indiscernible, I guess the differences are, they're not even, he can nail it. And what I like about a lot of his stuff too, and this is no disrespect to Synergy, obviously I got a lot of Synergy modules that I absolutely love too, so it's all good, but everybody's got their own thing, their own way of doing things, and Antonin gives you a ton of switches and knobs and combinations of those things to tweak them even further. So if you want to create your own tone, that's definitely a way to go. 10-4 over now.
Next one. Derek Merrill says, have you reviewed is it Hotone? Hotone?
Yeah.
Have you reviewed the Hotone Ampero and compared it to HX Stomp, etc., in roughly the same price range? Kind of a budget rig setup type of thing. Budget rig.
Yeah. Yes. I haven't, but I want to. I don't have the HX Stomp anymore. I had it briefly, but I haven't. I don't have the other thing either. But I love the whole budget rig. Yeah. I think what I want to do is when Motor City Guitar opens back up, I want to see if I can build like a full-blown, like awesome, easy to set up, easy to carry around, but very affordable budget rig.
Like under what price range?
I don't know. You guys tell me. Like, what would you guys consider a budget rig? Like, give me a number, and I'll go with the consensus. Yeah. So put that in the chat.
Put it in the comments. See if we can do it.
Yeah, and I'll find the one that's the most popular as far as the price goes, and then I'll see what what I can come up with for that price. And I think that'd be a cool challenge. I know Andertons does stuff like that from time to time, but I want to do it too. It'd be kind of fun.
Well, yeah, it'd be fun because you're fun. Let's see. Jason Taylor says, I have a few EBMM Petrucci models, but all are 6-string. I'm interested in getting my very first 7-string, but don't want to make a huge investment yet. What do you think about the Sterling Petruccis?
Oh, I got a story for you. Yeah. Girl, we going to get our drama on? Okay, so before I switched from Ibanez Prestige, and I was like, I want to go into the Ernie Ball stuff. And I had my reasons for it, and I wanted to just get my dip my toes in the water, so that I didn't spend. Because I mean, these guitars are $3,200 or whatever. They're $3,000. Let's just say they're $3,000. All right, it's a huge investment, especially when you really haven't played one. And there's a lot of hype about them, and it's a signature model, and there's like all these things that go through your mind, like, is this thing legit? Is it just because John's name's on it? Is it is it just all hype? And and all those things went through my mind too. So I was like, well, all right, I'm going to try out the Sterling models. So I actually called Sterling myself. I called the place, the factory or whatever. And I talked to the guy there, and I said, all right, I need to know before I place an order if these really are. Is this a knockoff? And I said, please don't misunderstand. I'm not trying to be derogatory. I'm trying to be respectful, but I just got to ask. He's like, nope, that's fine. He was very cool about it. I said, are these kind of a knockoff-y kind of thing, or are you guys like literally like speccing these things exact and making them? He said, we are speccing them exact and we are making them. He goes, so like the bridge, the trem arm, everything is all in a CAD program, and we've, everything is, measured to the nth degree and all this. So now there's some feature differences. Like for instance, you're not going to get on the Sterling models, you're not going to get the same pickups. You're going to get his like pickups that he made years ago, and you're not going to get the piezo. So those are two really big features, and I don't think you get the push boost and stuff like that either, which may or may not matter to you. And of course, there's different paint jobs and colors and staining and stuff like that. That said, I ordered one, and I got the green one. Remember that electric? It was that really cool green one. I don't think I never received it, but I showed you. I was like, this is what I'm going to try out. This is like 4 or 5 years ago. So the store I ordered it from called me when they got it, and they said, hey, I'm really sorry, there's some issues with this thing. We can't have you come pick it up because we're not comfortable with the way it is. And I'm like, what's the deal? And there were frets popping out of the neck. They were just literally like loose. And he was like, I don't feel comfortable sending this to you. So I'm like, okay, thank you for letting me know. So then he's like, I'm going to order another one, get in here, and I'll call you. A couple weeks go by, he gets another one in, and it had all kinds of neck problems. The neck wasn't setting right, and it was weird. And then he was like, geez, I don't get this, man. He goes, I'm going to give him one more try. And then the third one came in with even more issues. So I was like, man, I don't know. And this guy was pissed. I mean, he was a store owner, and he was pissed. He's like, sir, I'm really sorry, but I've never done this before, but I'm not going to sell you one of these types of guitars because I'm not even comfortable carrying this brand anymore. And it's not the Ernie Ball, it's the Sterling, just so everybody knows. Yeah. Like, I want to be very clear on that. It's the Sterling. And I'm not knocking them. It's just that's really what happened. 3 guitars in a row came with horrible issues. I mean, they weren't issues where it was like their tech at the store could just, nip tuck a thing here and there and then send it to me, whatever. I don't care about that. But these were issues that were like completely unacceptable. And he goes, if their QC there is that bad and their craftsmanship there is that bad, he's like, I don't know, man. He's like, I'm dropping this brand. I'm never going to order a guitar from him again because this is 3 guitars that I had to pay shipping on, and I lost my rear end on them. So, so then I just said, all right, I'm just going to go for it. And I ordered my first actual Ernie Ball guitar, and it was the JP15. And that thing has been an absolute workhorse, a beast. It's been perfect. I probably adjusted the neck 3 times since I've had it, and that's good because I've had it for, I don't know, 4 years, 3 years, 4 years, something like that. Yeah. And it's been a great guitar. So what I can say is if you have any doubts at all whether these guitars are worth it, have no doubt. These guitars are worth every single penny. They are amazing guitars. The only thing I'll say I don't like about them is that you'll never play your other guitars again. You'll end up getting rid of them because these are so unique, especially the Majesties, because you got the neck through design. You can reach all the frets easily. I can reach the 24th fret with my index finger, which is pretty
Are they
rare.
Hollowed out for your belly in the back?
No, but my belly hollowed out because I didn't eat for 10 days. So, no, they're very comfortable. So I would suggest going after them. Okay, back to you, Kari, out in the field. I feel like I'm on a news broadcast.
Right? Well, coming back to you from the basement, the Law, Jamie's here. He says, kind of like how people chase EVH's exact spec. A lot of signature gear is great, but I wouldn't go for the spec as a player.
Yeah, that's true. What's up, Jamie? But yeah, I'm telling you, like the real legit stuff, there's a reason why they charge what they charge, Yeah. And it's like the old adage, right? You get what you pay for. Now, to balance out my story, there are people that have the Sterlings and think they're great. So maybe it's just a fluke that I got 3 in a row that were horrible, but I mean, I don't know. I really, that's all I can tell you is what I went through in my experience.
Yeah. I scrolled back up and to our question about what price range for the economical rig.
Okay.
looks like $1,000 seems to be the consensus.
Oh,
So
thank God.
$1,000 or under.
Thank God, because I was like, if people come in and say under 500, I'm going to be like, oh Lord.
Yeah. So less than $1,000 for a budget rig.
All right,
Can
thanks,
you
guys.
do it? Is it a challenge? Can you do it?
I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try. We'll see.
All right.
We'll see if I can or not. I'll try.
Gravel Rock says hopefully when Motor City opens back up, you can get your hands on the new EVH 5153 Stealth 50-watt to demo.
Oh yeah, I just talked to Marty about that 2 days ago. I had a conversation with him on the phone. It was I haven't talked to Marty in a couple weeks because of all the stuff that's going on. So I had a nice conversation with him about a lot of things. But one of the things was that amp, and I said, I asked him. I said, have you guys received anything yet? And he's like, ever since we've been on lockdown, no. He's like, so most of the stores right now, when shipments come, because it's just people order stuff months ago. You know what I mean? They order, yeah. So at NAMM, they'll order like a pallet of stuff from this guy and a pallet from that. So the stuff just comes. It's just on an order. But what happens is, under these circumstances, a lot of the stores are shut down. So UPS isn't going to just drop off pallets and leave them there, and they're definitely not going to just bring them back to the warehouse and let them sit in their warehouse. So they're shipping them back to the manufacturer. So it's going to be, I know Motor City is going to open up for internet sales, I think within the next few days, maybe even tomorrow.
Yeah, they're missing out, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah.
Somebody's got to have broken a string by now.
Yeah, I did. I broke a string on a session that I had with a really cool guy. That's one of our subscribers. Right when I was talking to him, so I'm doing this this consultation session with him, and we're having a great time. And I'm like, yeah, this is kind of what it sounds like. I started playing, and I snapped a string, and I'm like, well, there goes that. So I had to order. Did you ever
ask him what his YouTube handle was?
Oh no, I got to do that. It's a good question. I'll reach out to him later and ask him. So
hey,
go ahead.
Jason Taylor, thank you for the super chat. He says appreciate your feedback as always. We appreciate you.
Yes, thank you very much, dude. Very, very much. It's our pleasure. That's what this is all about. I love talking gear and and hanging out with you guys.
Yes, he does.
And Kari just likes having a good time with everybody. So.
Going back to your Sterling thing, Robbie Tim says, I don't know what that means. FWIW. I believe Sterling has, for what it's worth. There we go. I am not one of the cool kids. I believe Sterling has upped their QC over the past couple of years.
Man, I hope so, because that was bad. That was really bad. I will say, like, when I go to the store, every once in a while I'll see one on the wall and I'll pick it up and play it. And it's like, yeah, this is pretty good, I honestly feel like if you really want to know what an Ernie Ball, especially the family reserve guitars and the Music Man Majesties and stuff, you really got to play one to really know. And these things are just, every time someone comes over and plays these, they're always like, oh my God, this thing practically plays itself. You could just lay it on the floor and, play something in E minor and it would do it. It's like they're that great, they really are.
My left ear is yelling at me again. I hate these earbuds.
Yeah.
Hate it.
You don't like stuff in your ears.
I do not. I hate it so much. Let's see. Aaron Short says he ordered wine yesterday. Important items are still shipping.
I'll tell you what, man. Some people were complaining like, "Oh, you can still buy alcohol. That's not essential." And it's like, yeah, it kind of is.
A little bit.
I think alcohol is saving some relationships right now.
Yeah, saving some children too.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it might be ruining some too, because then some people get a little braver when they got some in them, and they're like, you know what? I've always wanted to say this to you.
Just about, yeah. Hey Ben Burnett, thank you very much for the super chat. He said, "Everybody, please hit the thumbs up button." And he has 6 guitars that need strings. Right.
Hey, what's up, buddy? Thank you so much. Really appreciate that. Yeah, and please hit the like button. That really helps us out a lot, with the algorithm and stuff. You know.
Right.
So what was the next one?
Yeah, let me read this real quick. Gravel Rocks says you have to do the EQ experiment that we talked about when you get your hands on one.
Yes, absolutely. I will definitely do that. Great
Okay.
suggestion.
Uh, you Mofo said, I'd like to see overdrive pedal comparisons or music related topics such as your writing process or guitar techniques.
Ah, yes. Thank you for the comment. I'd be happy to do that.
We have
Uh,
to hit the button now.
we have to what?
We have to hit the bleep button for your writing process and guitar technique.
Oh, why is that? Oh, because I screw up a lot,
Because
and
you
I
get mad.
and I
Because
get
for your
mad and swear. Well, I'll hopefully I'll be warmed up enough where I won't. But yeah, there's time. I've had my days with it, haven't I? Usually it's with technical things, um, yeah, I appreciate that, and I think Ben Burnett's actually asked me to do an overdrive shootout like probably 15 times now. He's like, dude, why aren't you doing those? And I'm like, yeah, I got to do that. I got to get down there and do that. And so I'm gonna. And so Ben was definitely pushing me for it, and then Mofo definitely pushed me over the edge maybe with it. So I got to give them both credit for that one. And then as far as the what was it? The writing techniques?
Yes.
What was it? Two other things.
I scrolled. Hold on. Let's see. Writing technique, writing process, guitar techniques,
Okay.
overdrive, pedal comparison, music topics. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I would definitely be happy to do that. In fact, I did a little bit of that, last what was it? Wednesday?
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, I did a little bit of that on Wednesday, and I even said that night, like I'll be happy to, and I've always wanted to, but there's always that thing that's in my head that's like, you're not a guitar teacher, and then there's the other part that's like,
Yeah.
you're not good enough to do that. You know what I mean? Like I always feel like I would do it, and then there would be people watching going, oh, thanks, Captain Obvious, for telling us that. I learned that 10 years ago. You know what I mean? That's honestly what goes through my head anytime I feel like I want to do. It's a difference between like a couple of guys sitting in a room throwing the guitar around going, hey, check out this riff, and this is how I do it, or doing it on the web for the whole world to see. And then you got all these guys, because it's the same thing. Like even right now, I'm being sincere when I say this. Most of the people that are watching this right now could probably play me under the table. So I feel kind of like presumptuous, or you know what I mean? Kind of like, who do I think I am teaching these
Yeah.
people anything?
Well, you're not a Mr. Pick it up and play it on the spot. Like you don't play by ear. You do play by ear because you don't read music,
Yeah.
but you're not like I can't say, hey, play Love Song by 311. You need to take a day or two with it and write your own version of it, and then we can get together. And
Yeah, I'm not like Aaron Short, where he can just learn it right away in 5 minutes.
yes, yeah,
Yeah, I'm not a song learner. I'm a songwriter too. I mean, that's the difference
yeah.
too. I don't really like to learn other people's stuff. I just like to write my own. And but that said, I mean, I've had a number of people ask me to do this. So one of these nights on a Wednesday night, and I'm doing this because not only because people have asked, but I've always wanted to. But those voices in my head, are always saying you're not good enough or whatever. But I'm going to do it anyways because I want to share some insight, with
Not
people.
everybody's the same,
Yeah,
seriously.
it,
You do it your way and they do it their way, and maybe somebody can benefit from how you do it.
yeah, and that's kind of what my conclusion was with it all too. Was it's not that I'm showing you a better technique; I'm just showing you a different one. And
Yeah.
if it's not in your arsenal, well, you just learned something new today. So that's pretty much all it is.
Aaron, sorry, I talked over top of
It's all
you.
right. Do it.
Aaron Short says singing for guitarists would be a good one.
Oh yeah, yeah. I don't think you've ever heard me sing. I sound like a whiny old lady when I sing. So.
A little bit. John Claudio says, hey guys, you're Bud from South Texas. Kari,
What's
what
up?
is your approach when you Yeah, hi. What's your approach when you listen to original music? Your vocal phrasing is awesome. So maybe are you asking when I write, what's my approach to writing original music?
Probably.
If that's what you're Yeah, if that's what you're asking, I typically get a feel, like an emotional feel for the song, and I wait until a topic connects with that emotion. Um, and I brainstorm first. I just take and I write it out. I'm like old fashioned. I write on a lined piece of paper. Well, this is lyrics too. This isn't like when I'm writing vocal melodies. I try to get the lyrics down. I'll have an idea of a melody in my head. But Jared's witnessed the melody, the vocal melody part.
Yeah.
It's like an out of body experience almost for me, and I can't remember what I've done. So I have to have my phone on record,
Yep.
or he has to catch it because I really have to. Like I play it on loop. I have Jared play it over and over, and I close my eyes and I just sing. I don't sing words. I just hum or ooh, ah, whatever comes into my head. And gosh, we usually land on something that's amazing that works. And
Yeah.
there I go, patting myself on the back or whatever. But that's literally how it's done. I'm horrible at remembering what I've done, so we have to be recording
Yep.
when I do this, and it really is. It's like a spiritual experience. It's not
Yeah.
something that I try to do. I just close my eyes and it comes.
There's times like before I knew you forgot everything. We didn't know. So like next practice, I'd be like, "Well, do that thing you were doing." You're like, "I don't remember what I
I
did."
have no idea.
So like I'd be
Yeah.
like, "Oh my god!" And then so like I remember like after several experiences like that, as soon as we would
Losing
start,
things.
I would be like, "We're recording this. Record this. Sing that into your phone. Remember that?" And then I'd be like,
Yes.
"Sing it into your phone. Remember
Yes.
this, because like you're gonna forget because
Yeah.
you would come up with this amazing stuff." And
Yeah.
I mean, we've all had it happen to us, right? I remember watching. Try doing it with guitar though, like, but you don't have a guitar with you,
Yeah.
so you feel like Beavis and Butthead, you know, like I'm out washing trucks and I get this killer riff in my head and I'm like, you know, and I got to sit there and do it over and over again until I can stop washing, grab my phone and record it. But on my phone, I'm recording like the Beavis and Butthead version of the riff.
Yeah.
They're in there somewhere too. There's some pretty good blackmail material on my recordings that people would listen to and go, "Was he joking or was this like no? That was serious, dude. I have a
Yeah.
guitar, you know." But yeah,
You know.
that is how you do it though. I mean, you always come up with really good melodies. She would sing over my guitar solos if I let her. She would sing over
Oh,
anything.
yes.
Yep, she does. She finds a
It
way
makes them
to.
better. I would ooh and ah, not necessarily words, but shoot, I would ooh and ah over top of anything.
You actually did it on the quest. We recorded that. Remember?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I did. I know.
Yep.
I kind of mushed the two together there, because I guess the writing of the lyrics and writing of the melodies, that's kind of how I do it. I don't necessarily finish one before finish the other, because I get the feel, I get the emotion of the song, and then kind of wrap the words around the emotion or the topic and the tune that I hear in my head. But I wish that I could find a way to connect the two to where like I can go to that creative space where it's just open and spiritual and it just comes out, and then I can remember that. But I can't. I cannot connect the two.
You
So
mean the memory
luckily,
with?
yeah,
Yeah, that's hard. Yeah.
yeah.
Yep.
Luckily we have recording devices. So.
I know. That's definitely nice, you know.
Yeah.
So what's the next one there? Is there more comments? Like
There
in the
are more
feed?
comments.
All
Yeah.
right, go ahead.
Let's see. Taylor, I have a EBMM Majesty JP15 and a JP16, which I find myself gravitating to the most of the three for whatever reason. They all
Nice.
have the best feeling necks, smooth like butter.
They are. They really are. Is the JP16, is that the one where he went back to a Floyd Rose? Or is that another model that he used? Because I have the 15, and I know that he made one with a Floyd Rose in it because he just was like, well, I just did it because why not? Let's put a Floyd Rose in it, and there's probably some people that really like that, and might have been a little bit of a marketing situation, but I like his bridges way better. They're easier to string, and I also like the string spacing on the Ernie Ball bridges much better.
Yeah.
Every time I
Hey
play
Jay,
Floyd Rose,
Warm
it
Chord
feels weird.
Music's in the house.
Hey, what's up, Jay?
What's up? uh, Thorgernot, I think that's his name. Thorgernot says, "What's up, Team Rocket? So sorry I'm late to the party again. Great to have the dynamic duo back in action. Missed you guys so much.
Yeah, we missed you too, man.
We're glad to have you back."
Yeah,
Let's see.
it's been hard.
Jason Taylor says, "I use the voice notes app on my phone all the time for riff ideas, and you're totally right. I sound like Beavis and Butthead."
It's really how it feels every time I'm like, every time I get a good riff in my head and there's no guitar around. That's literally what I do.
Yes.
And I'm like, oh my God, I sound so stupid. If I ever lose my phone, oh my God, whoever gets that is going to be like, I got to meet this guy.
Sean Casey says, "While I Bleed" is an awesome song. Thank you.
Oh,
Thank you very much. It was a great song that came out of a horrible experience for Jared.
Yeah. Yep. That was definitely an interesting experience. Yeah. So but it was a great song. We worked on that one together. That was fun. Working on that with the lyrics and stuff. Yeah, thank you. In fact, some useless information for you. The synergy modules I used on that song are the Soldano and the Diesel. So the Soldano's on one side, the Diesel's on the other. So that's what I used on that.
Gravel Rock says, "Sorry for my comments. You guys are great people. I'm hooked on the channel." I don't know what you're apologizing for because we enjoy all of the comments. I might be skipping a few here and there because we're like jumping through these topics here.
Yeah, no worries, dude. We want comments. No worries at all, man. We love all the comments. I mean, that's basically why we're here, why we're live, so we can hang out with you guys and we can all get to know each other better. So, yeah,
Your phone? You didn't mute your phone.
Yeah, I muted it, but I didn't do that thing. I forgot the thing.
Oh, where you just slide the top down like so.
Okay.
And you hit the mute the sound button.
Yeah, I'm trying to find it. There it is. And
there you go.
Good. Thank you.
Oopsie. All right, so the next idea is from MG. I don't know MG. I know MK, but I don't know MG. "I'd like to see what you think of the Boss Katana artist MK2.
Oh, the Mark II. Yeah, as soon as I get my hands on one, I've had a lot of people ask me about that, so I appreciate the comment. And as soon as I get my hands on one, I will. At Motor City, they have the first version, and I almost grabbed it one day for review, and I'm like, well, why do Mark I when Mark II's out and current and more relevant, So I'm as soon as I get Mark II, I'll bring it home and review it for you guys for sure. Yep, and I've heard good things about it, so why not?
Gravel Rocks. Kari, you missed a couple of my previous comments I wanted you to read. I am so sorry. Go ahead and put them in there again. I scrolled up a little bit. Something about Sweetwater. Sweetwater's still shipping.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. And, yeah. Let's see. Bulldozer guitar. Kemper versus real amps. Profile all your stuff in AB without telling us which is which and make us guess.
I'd be happy to do that. In fact, I got them here. I got the Kraken here, and I got the, PRS MT15 right above me here, and I've already profiled them, and some knobs might have got turned here and there, but, I mean, I'll be happy to do that. I got no problem with that at all. In fact, I'm very happy with the way the profiles turned out. So, yeah, I'll do that for sure. Yeah. I don't know if you guys will be able to guess, especially over YouTube, because it compresses everything and all that. But, I mean,
yeah,
it'll be fun anyways. Who cares, right?
Daniel Rose commented, "What do you think of this setup? Synergy modules into a Fryette power station as a power amp?"
Oh, hell yeah. I think that would be awesome. Yeah, the new Fryette power amp that's coming out is supposed to be really cool. I think it's several pounds lighter than the Sin 5050, and which Steve Fryette designed as well. But I guess on his, there's probably going to be a couple of extra little tricks that he puts on it. So I'm definitely curious to see what the difference is between the two. I know there's a weight difference and there's probably a sonic difference as well. I had a friend of mine, Mike Hasty, bring over his old 3 rack space Mesa. I think it's a Mesa 5050 or something like that power amp. And there's a difference. There's power amps definitely color your tone, and there's some stuff they add, depending on what you like and how, what it adds and if you like it or not. That's how you pick one. So yeah, it was really cool to see the difference between that and my Sin 5050.
Cool. Linnade says solid state power amps gives it away in the room, mic'd over YouTube, no chance to distinguish.
Yeah. I can't wait because in a couple days I'm going to find out, and so are you guys, between the solid state and the power and the tube power amp that I have. We're going to find out because I really feel like, especially after I've compared my Sin 5050 with a couple of other tube power amps, I think it's a really good, straightforward power amp with not too much coloration. And I feel like it's a really good one to compare to solid state. So we'll find out real soon what the difference is.
I'm not sure, but the law, Jamie just typed in LX2.
LX2, that's a power amp of some sort, I'm sure. I'm trying to remember which one it is. I think he's got a couple of them. But yeah, power sections really do make a difference. I mean, it's a big deal. And if you can find, he might be talking about the Fryette. He might be talking about that because that's coming out soon.
All right. Daniel Rose says if it doesn't sound good when he gets it, he might just get the KSR power amp.
Oh, the KSR. Yeah, that's something that I want to look into as well. I gotta talk to Kyle and see if I can get him to send me one, because that little power amp, it's like this little thing, and I forget how many watts it is, but that's something you could put like for instance, like I got my Kemper right here, and there's room for it if it's small enough. That is, you could put it right on your pedal board that holds your Kemper or your Helix or whatever, and then there's your tube power section, and then you just run it to whatever cab you want. I just think that's a genius idea that KSR came up with. I mean, what a great idea. Lightweight, small, affordable, and you can plug it right into your cab and have real tube power without having this. Even a 1 rack space amp, I mean, mine weighs almost 30 pounds or 34 pounds or whatever. I mean, doesn't sound like a lot. I mean, it's weird. I got this gym over here, and there's 35 pound weights. I could do curls with no problem. But I picked that thing up that's 34 pounds. It's like, it feels like lead. It's so weird, how it's distributed all matters. So it's pretty strange.
All right. So another idea, Robert Olson. A little bit more of the Kraken would be great. Or you can try the Kraken preamp with any of your amps in the loop. I also like the PRS MT15, or you can talk about training. I'm training myself, but not that beefy. Are you beefy?
Yeah, not right now, but I hope to get back to my old beefy self.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I could probably cover training a little bit, but as far as the Kraken and the MT15, yeah, that Kraken is stupid. Every time I play through it, I'm always like, oh my god, this thing is just so good. It's just a really great amp. It's very unique. That you don't see a lot of them out there, and they're just awesome amps, man. You push it with the overdrive that works for you, and you got yourself a really good, very distinctive tone, that you'll get out of it. And the feel is great too. I really like the feel of it.
Brett Murphy says, yeah, dude, your 50/50 is stupid heavy. Yeah. Stupid heavy.
Stupid heavy. It's weird. Like I said, it's 34 pounds, and you pick it up and you're like, dude, is this really 34 pounds? Because It sure feels heavier than that. It's like those kids, you know, that don't want to leave the playground and they only weigh like 40 pounds and now
They turn into a noodle.
yeah. Now they weigh 80 pounds, you know?
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's kind of like that, you know?
Gravel Rock says Seymour Duncan Power Stage 170. That must be dollars. Is priceless.
Yeah, I've heard good and bad about those. Trevino might want to chime in on that because I think, if I'm not mistaken, he tried one out. And I could be wrong. It could be something else, but I think he told me that it had a clipping issue. But everybody's different, you know. Everybody has different experiences with things, you know. Kind of like those guitars we talked about earlier.
Yeah. Jay says his rev is super light.
Oh yeah, yeah. I don't believe you.
Nope. Hey, I saw your Easter egg hunt, Jay, on Facebook today. We did not do Easter egg hunts around here. My kids got me up at 6:30 this morning with a homemade breakfast. It was a very nice thought. It was a good thought.
And that was it, right? Just a good thought.
At 6:30 in the morning.
Poorly executed.
Yes. I had omelets with raw pepper and raw onions in it, peppers and onions.
I'm kind of glad you're not here now with your raw onion armpit breath.
Some toast with jelly and yeah. Oh, he said his kids let him sleep till 9. I'm so jealous. Seriously. Well, I heard 5 o'clock. I heard some clunking around, and I was like, I don't know what's going on. I'm going back to sleep. And then 6:30 rolled around, and I'm pretty sure that the omelets were the things that they made first.
They were cold.
And let them sit. Yes.
God.
That's funny. Anyway, it was cute. Nice little Easter egg hunt there on Facebook. Jason Taylor says, I have a couple of friends in prog metal bands that swear by their Axe 8s into a Power Stage 170. Never heard it himself, though.
Oh, yeah, the Axe Effects units. Yeah, there's a lot of guys that really swear by them. They really like them a lot. And, you know, I totally understand why they do, you know. I think a lot of times with a lot of people, and I've been down this road myself, is you buy, because I mean, let's face it, a lot of these products are like $2,000, you know, or close to it. So it's not like you're going to buy, well, this $2,000 product and then that $2,000 product and then compare them and then, yeah, well, I guess I'll, you know, make a decision now. I mean, a lot of people don't have the means or even maybe the friends that have all the different pieces of gear to shoot them out with. But what I've found is as soon as I got the Kemper and started playing it, the day one, there was no like, I don't know if I like this or not. It was immediate. It was like, oh my God, this thing is stupid good. I mean, it just freaking kicks ass. I mean, this is an awesome piece of gear. And I love the fact that I didn't have to do all this tweaking. You know, I just pick a profile that I liked, fine tune it like I would an amp, a little treble, little this, little that. Maybe, you know, adjust the overdrive or whatever. But man, it was just immediate. Like it sounded and felt really, really good. So I always challenge people like, yeah, I got this thing and it's the end all be all. And I always ask them, have you tried other things? No. Well, how do you know then? You know, I mean, how do you really know who makes the best Thai food if you only go to one restaurant? Right? I mean,
but I have my favorite.
Yeah. Well, we do have our favorites, don't we?
Yes, we do.
And we've been to a lot of different Thai restaurants, so we can honestly say, yeah, I mean, other than going to Thailand, I mean, I'm pretty sure we have tested the Thai food thing, you know. And oddly enough, some restaurants make better this than that, you know, and vice versa.
Yeah.
Like peanut curry, you know where to go for peanut curry, right?
That's right. And I always forget the name of that place, too. Siam, yeah.
Siam Fusion, man. If you want the best peanut curry. And Drunken Noodle. Oh, God. Siam Fusion. Wow. Yeah, they're the best. Yep.
I was just scrolling back. All right, let's see what I've missed here in the comments. I see the Law and Gravel Rocks are talking about their 700s and 170s. And,
yeah, the Power Stage.
And the clipping. Yep.
Yep.
Let's see. Bradley Peel, I want to send you an amp and have you shoot it out against your Kraken. What do you think? How can I contact you?
Can you put in my email?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I can't right now because
Oh,
I'm not on
all right.
YouTube, but
Here,
on
I
my
can do it.
phone.
I can do it.
Yeah,
I'll type in my
absolutely.
email right now, and then just
Is your
contact me there, and
screen
we'll work it
blurry?
out.
I'm like watching on the laptop and we're blurry. You're blurry, I'm blurry. Does that matter?
Um, I don't.
Huh?
No, I don't. I'm not seeing it.
Okay.
Now,
Maybe
every
just
once in a while, you get a little blurry, but you know.
yeah. Okay. All right. So next, Felix. No, not Felix. From Phoenix.
We got
Rides
38
one
people in here, by
topic.
the way. Thank you, guys.
Yeah. Topic: getting the most out of the Helix stomp. Are you gonna? Well, I know you don't have a Helix stomp right now, but is that something that you would be interested in?
Yes. I don't have the HX stomp, but I can do getting the most out of your Helix. I can do that,
Yes.
which really is four cable method, if you ask me. But the Helix does do more than that. So I feel like I can set it up in a way where it'll do four cable method, and then if your amp blows out, you just click a switch, and you're in Helix land, and it acts as a really good spare tire, to get you through the gig. So I could certainly set something like that up for sure.
All right. There's only three more ideas. Joel Aguirre, Aguirre. As a tube guy who knows nothing about modelers, I would like to see your Kemper. I believe you can create your own tones.
Yes, I do have quite a bit of Kemper. I'm not a Kemper channel, but I do have a fair amount of Kemper content on here. So if you look Tone Wars Kemper, you just like put that in the search, you'll find a lot of Kemper content here. I'm not opposed to doing more for sure. And I've also I think one of the last episodes that you and I did together on a Sunday night before the whole lockdown happened, I actually profiled one of my
Yeah.
amps live.
Yes.
It was a couple weeks ago, maybe a month ago, but I did that on here. And I will be doing more live profiling too, because I think it's kind of fun. Like you get to see the sausage being made live and tested, and you know what I mean, and refined and everything. So it's a metaphor. Yeah. So but yeah, so I'll be doing more Kemper, content. I try to balance things out. Want to do amps,
Yeah.
Kemper, different other modelers and stuff.
Right now, you're just gonna have to do what you can do.
Yeah, yeah, I'm kind of stuck with what I have, so I'm
Yeah.
glad I got a lot of gear.
Yes. Jason Taylor, have you ever played through a Mesa Triple Crown? I have both the 50 watt and the 100 watt versions, but stopped playing them in favor of the Synergy Helix combo into my Mesa cab. So far, I love this combo.
Um, I don't think I have. I know Mike Hasty's got a lot of Mesa stuff. I might have played through Triple Crown at his house. I'll have to ask him. I don't remember because when I go over there, he's got all this gear, and we'll just hook up to things and screw around with it. So I don't remember if he's got a Triple Crown or not. But yeah, I mean the Synergy stuff, I can definitely see why people get hooked on it because it's affordable. You got tons of variety, and it's like the best of all worlds. I mean, once you make the initial purchase of the Syn 5050 and the Syn 1 or Syn 2, all the modules are $399. I mean, that's awesome. And then, and it's legit. I mean, you plug it in, it's all real. There's no digital, there's no nothing. It's legit real tube amps and tube preamps made by the actual people that whoever's name is on there, that's who made it. So yeah, it's great stuff.
All right, Mark Bowers, how about the Helix through the Synergy Power Amp in your Mesa cab?
Helix through the yeah, oh absolutely, I did do an episode about that. I think it was called Do Tubes Matter or something, and can they save the Helix? But I wouldn't mind going live like on a Wednesday night with that setup and just do it and talk about it, because honestly, if I ran the Helix, I mean, when I run the Kemper through a real power section, like a tube power section in a real cab, it's indistinguishable from a real amp. I mean, it really is. I mean, it sounds the best that Kemper can possibly sound. The Helix, however, won't sound as good as the Kemper if you do that, but it sounds way better than it does direct. So I will say that. It's definitely a very, very big improvement on the Helix. So if you're frustrated with your Helix, but you really like it and you want it to sound better, get a real tube power amp and a real cab, and that's about as good as it'll possibly sound.
All right, this is the last comment, the last suggestion from Thorgernot. Can the Kemper stage be used in conjunction with the tube amp via 4-cable method for effects? Well, that was 2 questions. Can it be used in conjunction with the tube amp via 4-cable method, as well as for effects? I've seen you use the Helix with that killer synergy rig, but I'm unsure if the Kemper stage will allow you.
Good question, and the answer is yes, you can do it. In fact, I set my Kemper up at one time to do exactly that, and it did it. And I think it's I mean, if you have to pick one over the other and you want one that's going to do everything, I think the Kemper would probably be the way to go. I will say, though, that the Helix is made for 4-cable method and the Kemper is made to replace your amps as opposed to work with them. And it's like they're the opposites. Okay, so the Helix is made to work with your amps, but it does have amp sims in them that can get you through a show if your amp dies, and they're good enough to do that. The Kemper is made to replace your amps, so that you can take it on the road and not have to worry about bringing your amps around. But if you wanted to use it 4-cable method, it'll do it, but the Helix is much easier to use in that regard. So, and more flexible. So, but they both work, so.
Yeah. Brett Murphy commented, would be cool to see you work through getting usable tones for your style of playing with a Fender clean amp. When this is all over, I have one if you're interested.
Thanks, Brett. It'd be good to see you again, first of all.
Yeah.
So secondly, yeah.
And I have something I want to talk to you about too.
Yeah, so we can hang out again for sure. And I wouldn't mind checking it out, I wouldn't mind seeing if I can turn a Fender amp into a metal amp somehow, without using a metal zone, of course. Don't want to have to use one of those. But, I mean, anything's possible, right? You just use the power section and get a good, sort of preamp kind of pedal or whatever and take it from there,
John Claudio says, when I was living in Muskegon a few years back, I noticed that progressive music was big. Bands like Nightwish was introduced to me from a friend. How is the prog scene now?
Good question. I think it's still a little obscure. I think it's probably better than it was. I mean, Dream Theater are the guys, like Rush were the first ones to bring prog to the world in a way where it was more mainstream, and then Dream Theater took that torch and ran even further with it, and did a great job with it and broke through more of the glass ceiling with it. So, I mean, I think prog is more known now, but there's still...
What is the band that we went to see in concert? Starts with a K.
Oh, Camelot.
Are they prog?
Camelot?
Yeah.
They're like power metal. They're
power
more of a
metal,
power
yeah.
metal band. Yeah. There's a hint of
but
prog
we
with
saw
them.
that Dragon
Force?
Yes.
They're awesome.
Prog. They're like super speedy metal.
Yeah, they're like cartoon metal. That's what I call them because they're fun. I mean, I don't mean that as a slight to them.
I definitely enjoyed them. I didn't expect to, and I definitely enjoyed them a lot more than I thought I would.
Same here. Because I remember we went for Camelot, but Dragon Force opened, and when they came on, I was kind of like, all right, this is going to be interesting. But by the third song, I was glued to the stage. I'm like, holy crap. I mean, I just think that they're the type of band that you would appreciate more live than you would on an album, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And just the effort that it takes to play that fast for the instrumentalist, that fast and that precise. Yeah. But then the singer, he was powerhouses over top of that, notes that he hits, and it was amazing.
It was really cool to see. I mean, we enjoyed them a lot. It was like a giant party when they came on stage.
We need another night like that. We got to pick a concert to go to this year.
I
That was
know.
fun.
Yeah, that was
Not
fun.
Dream Theater again.
Well, we got to
I
go
get to
see
pick
them
this
again.
time.
I'd love to go see them anytime, but yeah, we need
I
to.
know.
I wouldn't mind seeing Camelot again either because they were fun. They were a lot of fun. But
Yes.
yeah, getting to finish up the answer to the John Claudio's question. Yeah, the scene around here. There's some really good prog bands around here, but and it's great. People do show up, but it's not as mainstream as I think it should be. But
What is the one band's name that's in the Grand Rapids area? That's probably my favorite
oh, and
prog.
Transient.
And Transient.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably my favorite local
Yep.
prog band. Yeah.
Yeah, they're cool guys. Really cool guys.
Yeah. All right,
Yep.
let's go back. Mule Blues, Metal Zone in the Loop.
Ah.
I'm not sure what that is, but
It's the Metal Zone pedal. I mean, honestly,
oh.
yeah, Ola England did a review of one like probably with several months ago or whatever, and he stuck it in his Randall Satan amp and put it in the loop there, and it actually sounded pretty good. He was like, well, works pretty good in the amp, as long as you're using a good power section, and I guess that's a testament to how important power sections are. If you had a good power section, you can put a decent preamp in front of it, and it, definitely helps it out a little bit,
George Guitar 25 asks, did you ever try the Helix input impedance at 1 ohm? I find it more dynamic and less dark compared to auto. Is it 1 ohm? OHM?
Yeah. So I think if he's talking about the guitar pad, that's what I used to use when I used it direct. I would turn the guitar pad on because these are pretty high output pickups, and it just kind of smoothed it up a little bit. It's a nice little trick to use with it. But again, if you want your Helix to sound the best that it can, if you're going to go direct, use impulse responses and a good overdrive pedal. And if you really want to top that, use a good power section, tube power section, and real cab.
We have 40 people watching right now, man.
Hey, that's awesome. Yeah, well, they all missed you. That's why. Yep.
Right.
Yep, they all
It's
missed
all
you.
around me.
Yep. Yeah.
Were you going to play something for us?
Yeah, so here's what I got. I'm going to take a quick break, though, because I've been, drinking a lot of stuff.
I'm going to take a quick break. You can't take a break. I'm going to take a break.
You can take a break while I'm playing. How's that? Or do you not want to miss out? Don't give me that face.
I need some more comments before you take a break.
Oh, okay. Yeah, start commenting, guys. Ask Kari some stuff, and I'm going to take a quick break. And then when I come back, I'm going to do... So this is what I set up for you. I have my Kemper here with my profiles in it. I have my Kraken profiles and my MT15 profile in it. And so I have it set up two different ways, okay? I have a rhythm and a lead, kind of thing on each one. And then I have another rhythm and a lead on each one. And one setup has the green screen in it, set up the way I like it. And the other setup has my precision drive in the loop, which is made for distortion pedals. It says distortion. So you use that loop, with a overdrive pedal. And I want to see, because again, I've profiled my own amps, and the one thing that was missing was when I play my real amps, I always use my precision drive pedal, but when I play my profiles of my amp, I use the green screen that's inside the Kemper. So tonight, I wanted to see if my precision drive in the Kemper of my, the profiles in my Kemper made a difference, and if it was worth it or not. And so I'm going to do two songs for you. And I'm going to play a little bit by myself so you can hear the difference, and I'll switch back and forth between them. And you can see me switching here. This is, what I got going on here.
I totally could have gone and done a break by now.
Oh. Well, go ahead. Go ahead and do
that. I have to.
Go ahead. So basically, I'm going to do two mixes. I'm going to do one with the PRS MT15 And then I'll play a couple of, just by myself, just stupid riffs that you guys are probably sick of that I play a lot, and show you the difference. And I'm going to talk to you about how different it sounds and feels to me, anyways, on my end, because I'm hearing it direct as opposed to through YouTube with all the compression and everything. And then I'm going to do the same thing on a different song with the Kraken profile. I'm starting to finally feel a little better and like I can actually sort of play again. So, man, after I got sick and I was starting to feel a little better, the strength in my hands and my arms was terrible. And for the first probably like 5 days after I got better, I couldn't play to save my life. I had no endurance. I mean, I couldn't grab the neck the way I wanted to. And plus I didn't play for, I don't know, 2 weeks. So it was like, I was rusty, so I'm starting to finally get some of that back now. So I want to play a little bit for you guys tonight, and we'll talk about the difference between the Green Scream and the Kemper, and the Precision Drive ran through the loop. Now, I will say this, like there was a time it wasn't in this Kemper, it was in my toaster. It might have been a software update difference, but I did use my Precision Drive in my toaster, and I didn't like how it sounded or felt at all. It felt like it just really chopped all the balls off of it, and it just thinned it out too much. But now, with the Precision Drive in it, maybe, like I said, it was a thing they did with the loop or something, but man, it sounds way better than it did before. So I'm really happy with it. So while Kari is going to read some comments, I'm going to take my little quick break here, and then come back, and I'll play a little bit for you guys, and we'll go over all that stuff, okay?
Yes.
Make sure.
All right, throw me some comments that are relevant to me.
Yeah, ask her about shoes and stuff.
Ask her about what?
Shoes.
Right. That's so interesting for them. I thought I was going to come back and have you guys all laughing because the restroom down here is like the next door. I'm like, everybody can probably hear me right now. Oh, I don't hear you. Hey, Jared, I don't hear anything. No, I don't know. I can't hear anything. So you guys have to talk to me.
I came back to tell you I'm taking my break. You can't see me, so you couldn't see me leave the room, but I'm taking my break. I'll be right back.
Okay. So what have you guys been doing all last 3 weeks? What has it been? I don't even know how long I've been off of work now, but it's been wonderful being off of work and sleeping normally. He left. He left. Yeah, so I've been sleeping well, and I've been getting up in decent hours in the morning, and I've been working out and spending more time with my kids. And when the weather's nice, we've been able to go outside. Moody Blues, yep, potty time. He's doing number 2, maybe not. Is that what you've been doing, Daniel? You've been doing number 2 on our lockdown in our quarantine? We're fixing to start the online schooling officially tomorrow here in my kids' school district. I don't know if any of your kids have been doing that yet, but we're doing that starting tomorrow too. They're all set up with Zoom and everything. So that'll be a fun experience. I was failing miserably at doing the crisis schooling at home. I always said, I have a lot of friends that do the homeschooling thing, and I always said if I had to homeschool them, they would be idiots, complete idiots, because I am not a teacher. I can do, but I can't teach it. Let's see. F# minor, been teaching online, setting up the infrastructure. Nice. Yeah, good. Brett Murphy, I've been working the night shifts so I don't have to be around too many people at home. Depot, I'm still not used to the sleep schedule. Yeah, the third shift sleep schedule is a hard one to adjust to for sure. Daniel, TMI. You said it, not me. Let's see, Jay. So it's funny you guys were talking about recording riffs, and I literally just came up with a new song idea, and luckily I have my recording gear set up and ready to go. Yay! That worked out. Mule Blues, working from home, aka playing guitar, catching up on movies, going through gear and selling gear. Yeah, I've been doing a deep clean too. We've been all of the closets and drawers and rooms and basements, everything. We have not had so much trash here in years. So much garbage sitting around.
Yeah, now that I'm feeling better, I'm actually starting to do more around the house too. Like the first few days, it was still recovery city, but now I'm kind of looking around, going, "All right, I got some. I have some projects to finish up around here, big time." So, I was actually going to rearrange the studio here, but I'm trying to still figure out like what I would do. And plus, doing it without you would not be as fun, and
that's right.
I'm sure that you probably have better ideas than me for it, so I figured, well, I'll just wait, because I just know when it comes to stuff like that and you don't do it without a woman's touch, especially one that has really good taste like you do, you're going to be like, look what I did, and they're going to come in and go, oh, that's cute. All right, let's undo all that and do it for real this time.
That's funny.
Nice try, buddy. Boop, boop. So, yeah.
What would you want to change?
I don't know, just the way things are arranged. Just screw around and see how much better and different whatever we can make it. I mean, tonight isn't really the best setup. I just kind of set it up simple tonight, but I mean, I don't know, just something interesting.
I got a map of the world behind me here.
Yeah, boy, you got me beat there.
I know, right? Look at that awesome picture.
All right, so here's what I'm going to do. I have my MT15 profile here, and what mix am I going to do with that? I'll do sing with that. So I'm going to just play a couple riffs. So the first profile you're going to hear is the one with the green screen in it, and then when I tap over here, it's the one with the precision drive. Okay, so right here is green screen. Right here is precision drive. So, and it's the same exact settings on the profile. There's nothing different. So I'll play a couple riffs between them, and then I'm going to do this song twice. I'm going to do it once with the green screen, and I'm going to do it once with the precision drive, and then talk about what I'm experiencing anyways, and you guys can talk about what you're hearing over there. And then when you watch the episode back, you can just go back and forth between them and, see for yourself. I'll put timestamps in later. So let me mute the mic and just do a couple riffs here. I got to get warmed up anyway. Okay, so what I'm noticing, I don't know, what did you notice, Kari? Can you hear the difference between them? I'm just, you always, it sounds like a guitar, but can you hear anything different between the two or no?
I was reading the comments and not paying attention. You're welcome.
Yeah, thanks. Well, I figured I'd ask you because usually you're just like, it sounds like a guitar, and I figured if you noticed the difference, then it would be pretty obvious. But
again, I'll pay attention.
Oh, okay. Well, when I play the songs, so basically what I've noticed is that the green screen, does sound pretty darn good in the Kemper. It's definitely a passable, usable, overdrive pedal in there, and I'm glad they have it in there. Now, everybody knows that Kemper, that's one of the things where they really lack is good overdrive pedals. That's the only one that I could use in there. So that said, the Green Scream doesn't have as much aggression as I like. It's got a little bit of like a squish to it, a digitally kind of squish. And it sounds good again, but as soon as I switch over to the Precision Drive, it's like all that madness is there waiting for me, and that's what I like. I love that electric kind of madness, that crazy over the top kind of aggression, and there's a more of a harmonic response, and there's a top end in it, and I don't have the top end cranked. It's dead nut center. It's right up the middle, just like I do on the Green Scream in the Kemper. But the thing I noticed was it's got a really nice like pick-attacky type aggressive top end without being annoying to the ears. It's not brighter, it just has a better top end, if that makes sense. Whatever frequencies it's pushing, I like it. I just think it just sounds better to me. But what we're going to do now is see if that even matters in a mix, right? We're just going to, because if it don't matter in a mix, I mean, you still got to like it as a player. So as a player, if you like how it feels. So I'll say that too. The Precision Drive feels better. So I'm probably going to be ordering another one for my Kemper, darn it, because it does sound better. So let me do a song for you. Let me mute the mic, and we're going to do this one. So that was with the green screen. So now I'm going to switch over to the one with the precision drive, and we're going to do it again. And what's
Thank
cool?
you, Gutterman54.
Oh.
Thanks for the super chat. He
thank
says, when's the new Freyet Synergy module coming out? Do you know?
I've heard rumors that it's coming out in July, but who knows right now. I'll bet this whole thing that's been going on has set everybody back at least a couple months. So everything's changed, you know. So your guess is as good as mine, buddy. I'm sorry, I wish I had better information for you, but I don't know. But thank you so much for the super chat. All right, so let's do this same song again. I
do need a refill, by the way. F sharp minor, you're right. I have one step left.
Go get some more. Get your
Ooh, that's a good idea.
Get your wine, because I'm just playing here, and you've heard me play 1,000 times, so you know you probably need a break from that anyway. So, all right.
I don't need a break from it. I really love hearing you. I just feel like I'm sitting here with the face, like I don't know what I'm doing.
Make funny faces. All right, so here we go. Here's the same song, and again, MT15 profile with the precision drive. Here we go. Wow, that song's faster than I remember it. Oh, my hand. Jeez. Yeah, so this is what I noticed. Oh, did you leave and get a refill? Boy, are you quick.
I didn't leave. It was brought to me.
Ah, boy, aren't you lucky?
Yes, somebody was listening.
Wine servant. So this is what I noticed. I noticed that
I can't wait for you to watch this back and watch my face.
Hey man, it's entertainment, right? So whatever works, you know. So what I noticed was the Precision Drive was crunchier. It had a crunchier, crispier, in a good way kind of feel. It didn't have that mushy. And again, when I say mushiness, like on the green screen, I don't mean it as a derogatory term. It's not bad. It's not awful. I mean, it's very usable. But when you compare it to the Precision Drive, I found the Precision Drive to be more aggressive.
You used the Precision Drive on the second time through, right?
Yes. Yeah.
I like that much better.
Yeah, it just
It
had
was much more prominent and crisp. And
crisp.
brought everything forward.
That's the word, crisp. That's a good one. It had a
You're
nice,
welcome.
crispy kind of like really good top end, lots of great attack. So I'm convinced. I mean, I'm very convinced that the Precision Drive is, for me anyways, the way to go with the Kemper. And you know what's funny is like these are my profiles I've made of my amps, so I'm very familiar with how my amps sound and feel with my Precision Drive, and now that's the missing link that kind of bridged everything together. Because when I profile my amps, just so you guys know, there's no overdrive involved. So I'm testing the profile, and you can A/B it with the amp and the Kemper version of your amp, and you're like, yeah, sounds, I can't tell the difference, blah, 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 and it sounds great. The thing that changes everything, though, is what overdrive you're going to use. I mean, we all know you take one amp and put 10 different overdrive pedals in front of it. You got 10 different versions of that amp. You really do. So if you guys are wondering right now, like whether or not it's worth it to invest in a really good overdrive pedal for your Kemper, I would say the answer is a very solid yes. It's a subtle but very noticeable difference, if that makes sense. I always call it big subtle.
Subtle.
Yeah, big subtle. It's not like this thing where you're like, oh my god, it's so huge difference, but it is noticeable. There is a noticeable difference that is not cork sniffy. It's not just like, I smelled elderberries in this bottle. It's an oaky aroma. It's not like that at all. It's very, you sniff your wine glass right now. I mean, it's not like that. It's pretty distinguishable, pretty noticeable difference. So, so now let's go to the Kraken. Maybe we got lucky with the MT15 profile, right? So let's go to my Kraken profiles.
The Kraken.
And what I'm going to do is I'm going to play the Kraken. I'm going to play the same riff, all right, by itself. This is going to be like, again, right here where you see my foot, that is the green screen, and over here is the Precision Drive version of it, okay? So I'm going to play the same riff and switch between them and see what you guys think, and I'll do another mix for you. Here we go. Okay, so pretty, that was a little closer, but there's still a difference. There's more aggression with the Precision Drive, so I feel like I'm still, because again, I own the Kraken, I play it all the time, and it's very familiar. There's those subtle things, but they matter. Big subtles that matter to me on the difference. And again, you guys are hearing things through YouTube with compression. I'm hearing it pretty direct here, and my hands are involved, so that's a big difference too. And I can tell you, it's a pretty discernible difference between the two. All right, so let me do the Sphinx. I haven't played this one in a while. Let's do the Sphinx with this one, and we'll discuss that quick, and then we'll kind of close out the night. So I'm getting kind of hungry. What time is it? We've been on
and my ear hurts.
Yeah. We've been on for 2 hours almost.
Yeah.
So let me do let me do this song real quick, and let me mute the mic. And so the first one's going to be the green scream. Second one's going to be the precision drive. Here we go. Okay, so now let's do the next version with the precision drive, and it'll give me a chance to maybe redeem myself. I hit a couple of bad ones there.
Yeah, you are fine.
That was fun. All right, let me make sure I'm in tune. Yeah, this is the guitar I broke a string on yesterday, so these are brand new strings. So I want to make sure they're in tune.
Says, Kari, can you sing while Jared is playing? I could, but it would be horrible. The delay and the last song, that Sphinxy, like Egyptian kind of one, that doesn't have lyrics yet.
No, it doesn't have lyrics yet. But it will as soon as you get to work, woman.
Hey.
All right.
I think somebody needs to send me the tune.
Oh, let's pass the blame around. All right, so... All right, here you go, guys. I'm going to go in here and screw this one up. Here we go. All right. I still feel like I'm going to buy another precision drive for my Kemper, especially when I'm going to compare it with my profiles. So I got literal apples to apples. I feel like it's like what you said. It's got a crisper top end. There's a really nice pick attack, and it's just very, very. It's more alive. It doesn't have that kind of digital squish that the other pedal was giving it. I mean, again, the green screen, if I had to do a show or even a tour with the green screen in there, I wouldn't be all like, oh, butthurt and disappointed. But if I had my choice, oh, stop. Remember, I can see you, you can't see me. So, but I think that I could go either way if I had to. But if I had my choice, I would definitely go with the precision drive. I just think it adds that kind of noticeable and subtle missing link between the profiles and the Kemper, I think, or in the real amp, because everybody knows like an overdrive pedal changes everything. So yeah, I think it's distinguishable enough to be worth it. I mean, especially after doing this. I mean, I warmed up and stuff and sound checked earlier, but just playing right now, I was really paying attention. And you know how when you're playing guitar and you look up, now you can hear everything better. I don't know why, but that's what I was doing. So it definitely is worth doing. So if you guys have your own profiles that you do of your rigs, and you have your own, overdrive pedal, I suggest that you incorporate that with your Kemper and put it in the effects loop that says distortion on it. And then it's what it's made for. And it will definitely make your profiles sound just like your rig. It bridges the gap. Or as small or as big as that gap is, it bridges it and adds that real feel back in. So, and it's funny because somebody asked earlier, like, do you use a real, overdrive in your Helix when you used to use that? Yes, I did, and it really did make a difference. So there you have it. Hopefully that kind of helps people out with that decision.
I still have your song in my head. I'm still like grooving to your song.
To my imaginary song in your head? Yeah. Let's see here. Jason Taylor says, the Sphinx is badass. Thanks, buddy. That's definitely one of my favorite newer songs that I've done. I love playing it so much. I'm still actually perfecting the solo. It's about 80% done. There's some other stuff I want to do with it. But I'm almost there. At least it's done enough for me to play live for you guys. Today was the first time I played this since last time I went live. Or, before I got sick. I warmed up on it today, and I was like, yeah, I think I could do it. So it was, yeah, but it was fun to play. The other one was called Sing, which is weird. That's the old working title to it, right? But we used to have lyrics to it. Now it's just an instrumental for the show. Maybe I should come up with a new name for it. That's a little more appropriate.
You switched the arrangement a little bit too, so... Yeah. I mean, it still had lyrics, but the arrangements.
Yeah, arrangement's different. So, but anyways, so that's that. I mean, I really think that hopefully it was convincing to you guys, but what I can tell you here it sounded better and it felt better, and I didn't feel like it took anything away from the profile. It actually added that essence, that aggression, that feel, that attack, and that nice clarity on the top end that I really enjoy with overdrive pedals. It definitely did it better than my favorite pedal that's in the Kemper, which is the green screen. So as far as I'm concerned, I'm going to put one on my board, and it's convincing enough for me to do it. So yeah, for sure. Brett Murphy said something earlier. I think I've passed it.
He just told us what he was drinking.
Oh.
Back 40 from Blake's Brewing for me. Because I was drinking Gnarly Head Cabernet, and then Jay was drinking a Malbec, the Kapala Malbec. Malbec's one of my favorites.
Is that the one he brought over that one time?
Nah, no, it was something else.
Oh, thanks, Paul. Paul said the Sphinx rocks. Awesome tune. Thank you, man. Seriously, that's one of my favorite ones to play because it's kind of over the top. There's a lot of cool whammy bar craziness in it, and it kind of has that Mr. Scary kind of George Lynchy, I don't know, weird feel to it that I like so much. You know, I love all that Egyptian, you know, stuff. I think it's the harmonic minor, or Hungarian minor mode. I think that's what they called it. So yeah, it was fun to play, and I'll be playing that more for you guys soon. Well, anyways, we've been on here for 2 hours and 12 minutes here, so it's been good. It's been really good. It's good seeing you again.
Great to be back, you guys.
Yeah, it's great seeing you again, Kari.
Thank you.
You know, I wish you were here, but
I can hear you, but I can't see you.
Yeah. I wish you were here so we could click the old glasses together like we always do. But soon enough, right? Soon enough. Well, guys, thank you so much for joining us tonight. We really appreciate it. We're honored that you were here. And it really does. It's the highlight of our week. It really is hanging out with you guys. And that's not a cliche. It really is. Like, we love doing this. So, but keep an eye out. And I'll give Paul Smith another quick shout out I did earlier. But I want to thank Paul in advance for offering to let me use his Kemper cab and Kemper cone for this and power amp for this Wednesday show. So I'm going to be spending Monday and Tuesday getting to know that, dialing it in, and coming up with some good stuff for you guys for Tuesday night, or Wednesday night, I'm sorry, at 8 o'clock. So, all right, well, again, thank you so much for being here, you know, and I'll let you sign us out, Kari, since, you know, you haven't been here in a while.
All right, thanks again. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't. Share the channel with other musician friends that you have, and like the episode as well. That always helps. But it's been great to be back this week. You guys have a great week, and Jared will see you Wednesday, and I'll be back on Sunday.
All right, thanks again, guys. Love you all, and take care of yourselves, and we'll see you soon. All right, bye-bye.